Hello everyone, welcome to the next part of our training session. In this section we will be discussing about the prerequisites which is required to integrate SAP with Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Access or my Visual Basic application. We believe everybody is aware of SAP GUI. SAP GUI is used to navigate your SAP system, to log into SAP system and execute business transactions. So while we installing SAP GUI, there are many files that will be copied to your Windows local system. So we are going to see some of the files which is required to establish this interface between SAP and Microsoft Excel. By default this will be copied to our Windows local system. That you need to select all components to install this SAP GUI. In general it comes with the Bex Analyzer BW, which is used for BW. So when you install the BW component in SAP GUI, then these files are automatically copied. First one which we are going to see is library rfc32.dll. So this is the library file for SAP RFC library. This particular files come from SAP GUI installation disk. If you miss this file, so better you reinstall SAP GUI and then this file will be automatically copied to your local drive. And it's always recommended to use the latest SAP GUI. The next one we are going to see a couple of ActiveX files. The first one is wdtaocx.ocx file and wdtlog.ocx file and wdtfunction.ocx file. These are all the ActiveX file which should also be present in your local drive. Generally what you can do is you can go to the standard SAP standard window search function and just search for these files. If these files are already present, then it should be fine. The DLL file, as you know, the DLL file should be registered with Windows. Then generally it will be registered with Windows whenever you install SAP GUI. If in case it is not registered, if you are manually copying this file from a different system, you can register this with Windows using this recserve32.exe space library rfc32.dll. If you execute this command, then it will automatically register. So if let's assume if the file is copied from a different system or it is not registered, then we can go to the command prompt of the Windows, then execute this command regsrv register that 32.exe space lib rfc 32.dll. then it will automatically register this DLL file to the local Windows. Then we will be able to call RFC from this Windows to SAP. And we have two more optional files. These optional files are used for Unicode function. Let's say if you are using Unicode function in your VBA, you also need these two ActiveX files, that is wdt log u.ocx, then wdt function c func u.ocx. These two files also required if you are calling an Unicode functions. The same way in the coding as well. Then when we go to our later stage in the session, that you will also see that we will be creating an object called sap.function. That will be the normal one. Let's say if you wanted to call Unicode function, then you need to add .unicode, then it will be an Unicode object. In our exercise that we will be using only SAP function, then we will not be using Unicode function. So let's say if you want to use Unicode function in your system, then you can add in the specific code which we are going to see in the object, that you can add Unicode, provided you need to have these two files as well. That's about Unicode. Next, we are going to see how to enable macros in Microsoft Excel. So the VBA program what we are going to run, it's a macro actually in Excel. That you may be already knowing what is macros. Macros you can generate or you can record the activities of Microsoft Excel and create a macro. In our case that we will be writing this VBA program, so we need to enable this macro in Microsoft Excel. So let me show you how to enable macro in Microsoft Excel. For this exercise we will be using Microsoft 2010, and please remember Microsoft Office 64-bit version is not supported for this RFC functions. So this is already known to SAP. SAP does not have the support, so we have to use the 32-bit version. I mean the 32-bit version of Microsoft Office. So we opened our Microsoft 2010. To enable macro, you will go to File, then you select Option, then you get the Excel option window, then you go to Trust Center, then you select the Trust Center setting. There you will have many options of Trust Centers. Here you can see macro setting. So here you can select the setting of the macro, disable all macros without notification, disable all macros with notification, that means gives you notification, disable all macros except digitally signed macro. This will be a best option. For time being we will just leave it like that, let it be in the default stage. Say OK. I will say OK. I will just leave it as default. This is the way we can enable macros in Excel. Then secondly, we need to enable developer tab in the Microsoft Excel so that it will be easy that you can directly get into the developer tab and start using the Visual Basic application. So for that what we can do is we can go to Microsoft Excel. Let's go to Microsoft Excel. Then you go to Files again, go to Option. Here you can see the Excel option. You go to Ribbon. In the ribbon you can see in the customizing ribbon you have Home, Insert, Page Layout, Format, Data, Review, Views, and you have Developer. You select this Developer, then click OK. Then you can see the tab Developer. So if you select this Developer tab, then you have all the functions which is related to developers: macro, Visual Basic editors, macro and record macro, these kind of functions. So this is the way to enable developer in Microsoft Excel. As I said previously, the 64-bit version is not supported for RFC calls, so we need to use 32-bit version of Microsoft Office. With this we are coming to the end of this session. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you in the next session. Bye bye.